5 biggest games of the week. The Bears you mentioned early, I still say the Ravens still have a chance in this division. Lamar Jackson limited all week. Roquan Smith back. John Harbaugh took away the pinball, like I think it was a pinball machine or something. Not the pinball machine. What is that?
Ping pong. Yeah.
Ping pong table out of the locker room. Took that out of the locker room. The defense is fully healthy. Even if Lamar does not come back, which I think he will, if he's limited it now, I think he'll play Sunday against the Bears. They're 6.5-point favorites. They desperately need this game. Although Bears are playing really good, the Bears could win this game. But I don't think so. I think the Ravens win this game 27-20. The Bears scored late, but it's not really that close. I like the Ravens to get back in the winning formula. What's your thoughts about that game?
Yeah, I see the Ravens coming in with a big defense. They'll
Yes.
thump these guys around, and I see this game as 21-14, and I see the Bears winning. I see the Bears losing this to the Ravens, and
Oh,
the Ravens have to win this game because the schedule for them favors them to do better in all the rest of those games, and they need to, because if not, they're definitely going to see themselves closer to the to Cancun than to the Super Bowl if they don't win this
that's
game.
right. That's right. San Francisco plays Houston this week. Frisco coming off a win. Houston, tough loss there. They played Seattle and then they got to go home and play San Francisco, but they're still favored a point and a half. I think Frisco keeps it going. Mac Jones practicing. Brock Purdy plays. I'm going to pick Houston, but that's not going to happen. I think Mac Jones is going to play. And I think San Francisco will beat Houston down there. I'll probably be wrong on this one. I like a low scoring game though because it is the early start time that favors Houston. Maybe that's what the odds makers are looking at. Either way, 20-17 late field goal for 49ers get the road win. Texans really hadn't beat nobody this year, to be honest with you. They beat up on crappy Tennessee and the Ravens when they had like 7-8 players out. Yeah, what's your thoughts on that game?
Well, I think the people in Vegas are looking at the fact that the 49ers don't really have any starters on their defense.
Right.
Everybody's either second or third string, and they're pieced that together, and they're playing very well on the second, third string. But you can only play so well with your second and third string defense, to be honest with you. And I feel like Stroud has struggled, and this is an opportunity for him to find gaping holes in the defense, opportunity for the running game to get going on this defense. And I think this is going to be a very close game as well. I think this is going to be 27-24, and I think Houston's going to win by a field goal. Like, on the opposite.
Okay.
I don't think the
It'll be a
49ers
good
will.
game. You're saying it'll be airtight.
Yeah, it's going to be very tight. Yeah.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't have sent you this one, but these are two popular teams, name brand teams. This is a primetime game. Washington, Kansas City.
Mm.
Marcus Mariota will get the start for Washington. Jalen Daniels out. We talked about this in the draft. I like Jalen Daniels, but man, he gets hurt when people don't even touch him. He gets these hamstring injuries. He comes up lame. This happened in the Alabama game 2 years ago. He didn't get hurt much last year. They went all in, but he's been hurt a few times this year. That's my concern about this guy. But this offense will have they will have Debo Samuel and Terry McLaurin back. And Kansas City has a tendency to kind of mail it in sometimes. I don't know if it's going to be 11.5 to 14-point spread. I got a 34-21. Chiefs keep it rolling and get that much closer to get back in the playoff mix. I do like what the Chiefs have been doing here the last few weeks. I do like them to win by 13. I don't know if they'll blow them out, though. What's your thoughts about that game, man?
So no Marcus Magic this weekend.
They could. Hey, you know something? Crazier things have happened with that offense. They could beat. That would be a really interesting game. But I think KC will win at home.
Yeah, I think Kansas City's defense is going to keep this struggling offense at bay. Marcus Mariota is going to be in over his head this week. Kansas City's going to score points no matter any which way they can. I mean, this is like the second time in his career that Mahomes has thrown to more than 10 different receiving receivers,
Yeah,
and
yeah. He's on fire right now.
this is so
35
crazy.
last week.
And then he allows his play allows for his team to stay in games, gives his defense a rest. So right now I liked Washington at the beginning of the season on paper. I felt like they were going to be the second team out from the. I felt like they were going to be. It was going to be the Eagles or Washington out of that division, but now it just feels like one of those snowball effects. The thing is just getting bigger and bigger and overwhelming, and it's unfortunate because that team on paper was so good, and now all these things affecting them. They get players back this week, but I don't know if that's enough, to be honest with you, with this defense the way it's
So
playing.
you
So
like Kansas
I
City
like
too?
the Chiefs winning 31-20.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Listen, Denver had their hands full. Should have lost that game. Should have lost that game to the Giants. They played Dallas this week. Dallas has got a red hot offense, man. One of the top offenses in the league. Some weeks they're the number one overall offense in the NFL. They're 3.5 point underdogs, but it's at Denver, and you cannot trust them on the road, in my opinion. They got beat like 30-14 or 17, I want to say, against the Bears at the Bears. I think they make this interesting, though. This will be a fun game, but I still like Denver at home, 31-24. What's your thoughts about Dallas? Denver will be a fun game.
That's going to be the game of the week right there. Denver's. I'm telling you, Denver's defense is underrated by
Yes.
people by people's perception, but on paper they're in the top five defense for stopping the rushing as well as covering on the back. Even though the Giants put points on them, so they were able to come back on them and win because the defense kept them in the game. It started with the interception, of course, but listen, this Denver team is my high right now, and so is Dallas. And but because they're not playing in Dallas, this team's Denver's going to win 32-27. This is going to be a very close game. Watch Dallas kicker miss a field goal. Put that
And
down.
he's a very good kicker.
And he's a very good kicker. So
Or he could break the NFL record and kick a 67-yarder.
but I feel like
Okay, rarefied air, you know?
yeah, he's going I feel like they're going to try to maybe push his limit, maybe a 60-yarder, 62-yarder, and he's going to miss, and it's probably going to be the game for them.
Yeah. Well, Green Bay, this is probably the game of the week here. Packers at the Steelers. Rodgers playing his old team. He's going to be amped up. They're coming off of a long layoff from 12, or they played on Thursday. Gave up a ton of points there. Tomlin will have them up in this game. They're underdogs. He will have them ready to play. Plus, Green Bay, you don't know how soft they're going to be in this particular game. That being said, Green Bay is the more talented team. They're going to have Pittsburgh. Can you really trust this Pittsburgh defense who gave up a ton to Seattle, who gave up a ton to, Joe Flacco looked like he was in his prime. I think they'll play it good early. Green Bay pulls away late unless they knock out Jordan Love, because they have a tendency, the Steelers, to get away with bush league plays at home like they did against Cleveland a few years ago. But overall, 30-24. I hope I'm wrong. I kind of like to see Rodgers win this game and Tomlin I kind of like to see that, but just looking at the talent and the lack of speed on defense. 30-24, Green Bay wins. This will be a fun game, though.
Yeah, this will be a fun game. This is one of those throwback games. I think the ball has to be in Josh Jacobs' hands if Green Bay is going to win this, and I feel like they will. I feel like they will win this because of Josh Jacobs.
Yes.
The Pittsburgh Steelers team is a little bit older and slower. They have difficulties with top five running backs. Jacobs is a top five running back. I still believe he is, and I think that he's gonna make a run at it. And Pittsburgh is gonna be. They're going to be one touchdown short, so it's going to be 27-24. I like this score. You know that I like that score all the time for most of my picks.
Picking Green Bay or Pitts?
I'm picking Green Bay to beat the Steelers.